What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Clams. I'm Will, down here in Key West. I'm on Justyn's boat. You should recognize Justyn from Aaron's videos and from mine. We are going to collect Justyn's stone crab traps, which it is the last of the season. We actually have to pull the traps, pull them out of the water onto the boat, and in the process, hopefully we get a couple of claws, but I'll show you the how to pop the claws off, and then we'll cook up something delicious. Gets that much growth on it that fast, huh? Maybe one.
That's a keeper. You want to do the knife trick?
Yeah, show.
All right. Do me a favor though, just hold his other claw with his hand. Hold that claw with his strong hand.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll show you a little trick an old local guy taught me. If you go right under the crease, right there, you touch their nerve and they let it go. You can throw them.
There we go.
Pretty cool, huh? No killing crabs.
So a lot of times when people go to break off that claw, like you see people twist them, they'll damage the crab and actually kill the crab. You know, it seems like it's alive when you throw it back, but that crab will most likely die. This way, with the claw, is not a problem. And just to show you, we're on the up and up here. old Eagle Eyes there was eyeballing it, but we do have a gauge. So, and like I said, this is the last of the season, so these traps are coming up and out of the water. You got another one in there, yeah?
Oh yeah. See, he's a little hollow.
That's a swimmer.
So it's a
a floater.
Yeah, so we're gonna let him go without taking his claw. And since it's the end of the season, everything has to be strong. Don't underestimate the little guy.
So another thing is that there's big debate about taking both claws, which you are now in Florida legally able to do. Now, if you take one claw, the theory is that the crab can still defend itself, get food, and all that. But it only has one claw, so if it was to come up against a crab that has both claws, it would probably not fare too well. So the idea is that if you take both claws, the survival rate is higher because that crab will most likely burrow and kind of stay out of sight instead of thinking that they could take on another crab. I'm trying to move the camera. It's a little bit breezy out, so I'm probably picking up a lot of wind noise, but we're gonna keep moving.
Got one. Oh, that was close. Okay, so he's legal, but check the other side.
Is it the other side?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Good to go.
Want to do the deed?
Yeah. Where's your
pocket knife's right there.
So just in there, yeah?
Yep, in there and then into towards the joint, the other way, the other side of the joint.
This way?
The other way there.
This
There
way.
you go, yeah.
Okay.
In there.
Oh, hang on.
Oop.
Ha-ha. All right. That guy, I don't think we got to gauge him. Guy might be too small. You don't zip tie these or lock them? Oh, that's a keeper. Let's do it this way or this way? trap number 4. Ooh.
Now we're talking.
All right.
All right.
all right.
Some wahoo jaws. Get those out of the way.
So we got, Justyn has 8 traps, so we're about halfway through. Oh, both of those, I think, yeah?
He's dead.
Oh, no.
Oh no, he had a good claw too. A dead crab?
Oh.
Poor guy. I don't know if it's worth keeping a dead claw. Probably not, right?
Oh, no.
That answers that question.
That is no. So when crabs or lobster die, they actually release a toxin, and that's why the meat goes bad. And that's why a lot of people, I know they get angry about it or whatever, but that's why you boil them live to ensure that that toxin hasn't been released into the meat at all.
This one's legal.
That one is.
You just need to get it.
Oh, other side.
He's born.
Yep. And what about that one? No.
We probably won't keep him. We'll let him have this one. It's legal, but see how small it is and that little bump out? It feels light.
Okay.
Probably a floater.
Hold on. That's a beefy claw. That is.
Good size claw.
Yeah.
It's a large, not a colosso. We'll let him keep that one. See how there's no white on the inside of his claw?
Mm-hmm.
Means he hasn't been feeding as much. So
Okay.
a smaller claw doesn't have as much meat in it. Looks a little hollow, feels a little hollow.
All right. And one tiny one.
Will versus the little guy. Yeah. You might want to go 2 hands. You're brave. You're brave.
Now he's turned.
Now he's mad.
All right, this did not go as smoothly as I thought it was gonna go. Trying to get him to grab onto that.
You gotta be quick. Just snag him both sides.
Oh,
Yep. You got him. No, you gotta use 2 hands or he's gonna get you.
I know, but that one's, he's ready to go. Hold on. Ah!
Get him out!
Why? Why does this always happen to me? I hate crabs.
You gotta be
You
fast.
get him. You get him. You know how people have like spiders and snakes, fears of those things? Mine is crabs, man. All right, so also in my defense, this is my first time ever stone crabbing out of traps, or stone crabbing in general. But Justyn has.
Oh! You wanted some. See how they're both like up?
Yep.
That means they're mad. Hey, he's.
All right. Oh!
Another angry one. We have a buried one. It's got one, it looks like.
Not bad, not bad.
Oh, another angry one.
I mean, I'd be angry too, man. That, I don't know.
It's probably all there.
You just don't bring tongs, huh? No tongs? Just.
Kung Fu only. So when they're postured up at you like that, you just want to turn them around, and then once you have their back,
Go on.
once you have their back, they're easy. This one. No.
This one?
No, that
Oh, this one. I was like, He's like, why are you pushing that into me, man? All right, we're coming up on the end of the traps. It's the end of season, so whatever we can get right now, we're taking. You know, they've had a really good season with these traps, so beggars can't be choosers. But hey, one stone claw crab is more than enough. It's so good. All right.
No claw.
No claws.
See how they're growing back already?
Yeah.
Those were taken this year. It's a big crab.
Oh well.
And a sea
Pinfish, or is it a grunt? It's that small. All right, catch of the day. Well, that was our first 0.
So you can have 5 traps per person per household. We have 2 people in our household, so we typically have 10 traps. We only have 7 today because one of them we lost the buoy to last time, so we took it home. The boaters hit our other 2. Chopped the line of the buoy and we can't find them. So every year you're gonna lose a trap or 2.
So exactly what Justin's talking about. Turn this trap around. I'm going to show you what they do with the traps for that exact reason. There is a piece of wood in the trap in case, and what they're called is ghost traps because they don't have a buoy, they're just floating around out there. And if you spin it around, I saw it's right here, no? Yeah, it's covered, but
We actually have our names carved in
well, so that piece of wood, hang on, let me get out of the wind. That piece of wood, if you lose your trap over time, that's going to rot out, and the crabs could actually, if they try to pull it out, it'll pull out, and then things can come and go. Lobsters, crabs, fish can come and go out of the trap freely, and that's the one hope with that little escape hatch. All right, the last trap is up,
and it's loaded with lobsters. Minis. The size of crayfish.
All right, we'll see you in 2 months.
So
Oh,
what was it?
it was a tiny stone crab.
Was it really?
Yeah, like probably about 3 inches big. So that's it.
Mid-season, we were pulling 30 to 40 claws per trap, or I mean per pull.
Yeah.
Not per trap, but like per pull, we were getting 30 to 40. Today, we only got 9.
9. Hey, 9's okay. It's 9 more than I had earlier. So, all right, we're gonna finish up, clean up a little bit, and then head back to the house. It's sunset now, beautiful sunset. That little bit of wind's not a bad thing. It's actually really pleasant now, perfect temperature, and especially this is not something you want to be doing at noon or 2 o'clock with the sun beating down on you, so this is actually very nice. Obviously, boiling water. I'm gonna add a little bit of vinegar, white vinegar, to the water, and that helps all of the proteins in the crab meat congeal and kind of coagulate so that they're a little more firm. And then a little bit of sea salt. It's just Himalayan pink sea salt. And we'll wait for that to come back up to a rolling boil and put the crab claws in. Bring that up to a boil again, and these will go for about 8 minutes. So as with any shellfish that you cook, we have an ice bath here to immediately stop the cooking process. So I actually let those go for 9 minutes just because I had a couple of big ones like this one here. And it took a little while to get back up to a boil. So I'm gonna let those chill down completely, throw them in the fridge. Now the reason why I'm cooking them tonight is because you don't want them to sit in the fridge uncooked. You don't want to put them on ice. That's the worst thing you could do. Really the best thing is to cook them immediately. Now I can put them in the fridge and they can sit. And then tomorrow we're gonna make a really nice dipping sauce with them. So I will see you tomorrow. So stone crab claws are something that I don't get that often. Aaron, if you guys know Aaron from the channel, you know him from his channel, he goes and he dives for them and he gets a couple at a time. The guys that have traps, you know, they're putting in a lot of work, so they're not really looking to give away those claws. And to go buy them at the store, it's like an ungodly amount. It's like $40 a pound, if not more. So with that said, I don't really want to alter the crab claws themselves. We cooked them. I'm going to keep them pretty much whole, but we are going to make a dipping sauce. I'm going to make a lime dill sauce. Now, basically, it's a mayonnaise. Normally with these, if we're in a rush, we just take mayonnaise, mustard, lime juice, mix it together, call it a day. We're going to basically do that, but we'll do a fancy version. We will do it from scratch. So I have 1 garlic clove, and we're going to throw it all into the blender. This would work with an immersion blender as well. I have an egg here. That's actually, thank you, Sean, from Aaron's Brothers Chickens. So we'll put in 1 egg. I have a little bit of dried dill. Of course, you could use fresh dill. If you were using fresh, I would add it at the end. But I do like the dried because it's one less thing to go bad in the fridge. So if I make a lot of this, I can hold on to it and it has less of a chance of spoiling because of organic matter. Now I have mustard seed. Add a bit of that. And we have 1 lime. I'm going to start with just half a lime because I'm also going to put in just a dash of white vinegar. Just a little bit. And a good amount of salt. And now normally, with the mayonnaise, you would add all of these ingredients, blend it, and very slowly add your oil. Right here I have 1 cup of avocado oil actually. So what I'm gonna do with this, we're gonna try something new. Hopefully it works out. It just might not get as thick as I want it, but we'll see. I'm gonna add about a half a cup to this at first. And now we're gonna blend this, and halfway through we'll add that other half a cup. And this has to blend for at least a minute. All right, that's thickening up, so I'm gonna add the other half of my, oh yeah, that got nice and thick. We're gonna go other lime. That's got a good spice on it because of that mustard seed. Woo! That's good. A little more salt. And a touch more vinegar. Just to balance everything out. It was a little muted and just kind of rich. I want to add a little bit more acid to kind of bring everything together. And the rest of our oil. Give that a little taste. I'm gonna add a touch more vinegar and just a little more salt. And that is it. It did thin it out a little bit, adding the more vinegar, but because we're not using this as a mayo, we're using it as a dipping sauce. I'm not too upset about that, but I'm also gonna put this in the fridge and it's gonna tighten up in the fridge, but oh yeah, that's it. Just needed that little bit more acid. Ooh, that's gonna go so good on our crabs. All right, let's get set up. Now, I can never leave well enough alone. This is very good, but I'm gonna say this, it's a little boring. So what we're gonna do, I added a little bit of sugar. I actually already had it in there. And we're gonna add just a little bit of cumin and some onion powder. And that's gonna give it just a little more earthy taste and make it a little more exciting. It was a little bit too one note for my liking. Now let's see. Yes. The little bit of sugar balances everything out. That cumin gives it another note. And it's still very subtle that it won't bury our crab. It won't overtake the crab, but it'll be a nice. Now, the reason why I put the cumin and the onion powder is because the crab itself is sweet. This was kind of citricy. It was too one note. Now with that little bit of cumin and onion powder, it's got a little more depth to it, and that's gonna go really nice on our crab. Now we're ready. What you got, Tipsy? The Graham eats first.
Just look at this sauce, guys. It's so great. Okay.
All right, so actually, who's going to show us the proper way to bust open a stone crab claw is Madeline.
No.
Come on.
We'll be here for at least 2 hours. I need a heavy spoon.
All right. So you take a spoon, forget crackers, forget a hammer.
And then you just... Oh, that's...
Hey.
Hey.
All right.
Then you gotta keep going. Okay.
All right.
Oh.
They might have been cooked perfectly. That might be why they crack so easily. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Oh.
And then once you taste the sauce, I'm going to bring up something that me and Aaron figured out earlier.
Uh-oh. You can't be shy with it. You know, you just gotta...
Gotta get in there.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Hold on, what am I doing with the sauce?
We'll taste it, and then I'm going to say what we kind of realized.
On accident.
I don't know what I'm tasting, actually.
Well, number one, does it taste good? Is it good with the crab claw?
It does. No, it tastes good. It's like has some herbs
Does
or
it
something.
remind you of anything?
It's the dill.
Oh, okay.
But Aaron and I were tasting it, and we were like, man, it tastes familiar. What does it taste like? What does it taste like?
Yeah.
Caesar salad dressing.
Yeah.
It has like a hint of Caesar salad dressing.
Yeah, I
in it.
was like, I'm not getting like a super heavy key lime mustard.
When I ate it, I was like, I know this, and I can't figure out
Well,
why.
let me try it without. Sorry, guys.
I think we'll save the rest and put it on salad.
Seriously though.
Yeah.
Doesn't it have that little?
Mm-hmm.
It's really funny. Like as I was making it, you're a creature to habit with a lot of recipes, and I started putting everything together. And I guess I went on autopilot where I was like, yeah, I'm coming up with this very unique original thing. No, I made Caesar salad dressing. That's what I did because I've made it probably about 1,000 times. So it just kind of, I went into sleep mode. But all right, we are going to dig in. I'm going to grab a piece. All right. I always forget about the one. I can never get this out without destroying the piece of cartilage that's in the middle. Yeah, just got to go for it.
I go with the teep scrape method.
So, the sauce that I made with that little bit of onion powder and the cumin is so good, and it actually has a little more flavor, but doesn't overpower the crab, and that to me is super important because these are so delicate. Like I said, it's a rarity to even get these for me. Like this season, I think I've eaten 3. So, what'd you get?
It's a perfect nugget. Sorry.
So I didn't want to cover it with a sauce. I didn't want to chop them up and do something where you couldn't taste them. And this, I think, it worked out really well. And everything kind of bloomed in the refrigerator. It got a little more flavorful, where right out of the blender, it didn't have a ton of flavor. And now that it's been sitting and everything is married, it is really nice. Thank you for coming along for the adventure. Thank you, Justyn, for the crab claws. We'll try to save you one. Probably not going to happen. But anyway, guys, leave a comment down below. Hit like. If you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe. If you're new to the channel, check out Key West Waterman. That's this guy's channel right here. So anything spearfishing, fishing, Florida Keys, go check him out. And I got to get in there because these guys are mowing through these. All right. Thanks for watching.